Hey guys, first time setting up the a schedule to go or whatever it's called. I've been having a rough 2 weeks, as some of you may know, with work and everything. They are really um, making sure I'm okay. Are you okay? If you need anything, just ask. Um, because they know I could have a lawsuit easily. Um, with wrongful termination and possible permanent disability, which is horrible. I I fought for my life to be upright and to walk again, and it's just not fair. Apparently, I'm supposed to stay down. Gravity is not my friend, but I am still capable, and I'm not supposed to beat this life. I'm supposed to live it and experience it. It's just when everything comes at you and you have no control, and there's this person and then that person deciding where and how you're going to go. And you're just, you know, have to comply and have no control. Um, it's depressing and makes you angry. Though I wasn't angry, I was just so lost in what to do next. Um, so, if you haven't noticed, I like to plan, but I also like to wing it. I'm a free spirit. I have an itch in my nose. Um, so I was in Slovakia, and I wanted to show you that on Google Maps, this entity is non-existent. Um, let me show you what I mean. So it's this entity that I've been searching for. I finally found. Um, I've been searching for probably 7 months now. Um, its picture was shown on its Dianetics page, but through Google Maps, in this layer, you have all these houses, and they have like two different addresses for one, two different numbers. This building, this is supposed to be here, right here. Um, it's not. Um, and I'll show you on the layers. It's this building. So somehow they made the building disappear. Um, and when I do the street view, drop my body, oh, I get 1434 17. Oh, this is a Dianetics. So I have been searching for you because I have put it here. I've put you here. I've put you, where else did you go? I put you here. This was the original like place I had you, but you were literally in the street. And I was like, that's not the right building. So I had to walk the street and then, compare and then realize the building's not here when it's all gone. So, congratulations, Scientology. You're hide and seek. I found you. yeah, I have been going through, and with all this information, this insane amount of information, um, kind of information over details, and then you get all their links, what they are, the status established, and if they went ideal, because now it's also missions. There's also inside the orgs. So there is, so for like this one has the same address, but it has a school inside the org. But it says Dianetica, but it's considered an org on the birthday game list. But it's the same dang thing. So it's like a Dianetica and a It's, I'm doing a ton of research, guys. Um, I'm still going. It's been 11 months now since I've started looking into this. The spreadsheets have been my last thing to do, only because let me stop sharing. The spreadsheets have been my last thing to do. It's because I was in physical therapy for so long. I am right hand dominant, and it just, I have not gotten the appropriate treatment, or the, if there is even the right treatment. I may have nerve damage is why it's not cooperating. So that's why the spreadsheets and confirming. I don't want to like just write whatever and then figure it out. That's what the cards were for my notes. As you can see, freaking every which way. What are you doing? What is it? In this language, okay, it's this, but it's considered a mission because it's this name. Sorry for my nails. I was eating chips before. So that's where all the information really comes from, and me confirming before I actually type it out. And I have discovered that this is going to be charity work for me. With everything going on, and then you add personalities, and I can't keep up with you all on who's talking to who. Well, if you talk to this person, then that means you're aligned. I've had a weird situation where one group decided I was part of a different group for themselves. I, I, I can't help what other people think. And I started getting the cold shoulder. And that's when I reached out to somebody. If you don't want me in your chat, just let me know. I'll leave you alone. I wish you well. All I'm here is to support, but somehow you guys think I'm trolling. Don't know. Had a good conversation of why they thought I was aligned with somebody else. And I was like, nope, I don't promote hate. Everyone knows where I stand. I don't like tearing people down, even if it's bad behavior, poor choices, poor decisions in their life. I'm moving forward and focused on my life, private life, and it's not that private because I've shared it with you guys. My team literally did not want to live in the fall. It doesn't just switch back to happy, and like that never happened. It was up until February where she stopped having those ideations of wanting to unalive. So I've been a parent that has been so proactive with her mental health that I can't keep track of everybody's strength. Where in the US has zero Scientology presence, like the furthest place away from any orbs? Here, that's the other issue. I've learned scholastics has entered so many, and it's undocumented, and I've only heard rumors of where they are, but it's not fully like researched and known in like newsletters or anything, unless I read Spanish. Um, but let's look at, and Jerry Kotz is in here. Paralyzed to Paralyze. If you have not met Jerry, I have made a stream about. Everybody meet Jerry. I let him. I have not blocked anybody. Everybody's welcome to take what they need, leave what they don't care for. Because what I'm doing is, I think, is valuable information and confirming and everything. So Jerry can sit there and think about whether or not Scientology. I don't know what my puppy's doing. Did you lose something? Okay. Let's go to. Didn't take you with me. Sorry. Google Maps, and let's look at the world. So yeah, that building has completely disappeared. But I found you, and you can't take my coordinates away. Okay, because there was no building to click on. It's hilarious. Okay, so this is Europe. Europe is insane. I doubt they're in Serbia. I have not found anything in Bulgaria. Applied Scholastics is a deep dive that I have not fully gotten into because it is overwhelming. And I needed a place to start, so I started with orgs and missions. And then, of course, Dianetics, and then trying to figure out between orgs, Dianetics, Life Improvement Center, and there's just so many different names, but it means the same thing pretty much. The basic level of Scientology, and then they just refer you to an org that has the a sauna for the purification, and I have not found anything in Poland. Let's see, none in Poland. Belarus, I have found a couple, but I can't find the address in Google Maps. That's the other issue I'm having with the Eastern countries, is that all the addresses are not equaling what's in Google. Funny thing about Russia is that Russia has not given permission to Google Maps to be. Oh wait, maybe it's not Russia. Is it another country? I was wrong, because I'm pretty sure it was Russia, because the satellite is this. So it's just pictures that are uploaded. Like this one, oh my gosh, this one's hilarious. In Omega is a dental clinic, but also, that was a dairy. Oh, it's a halfway house. But it's also a dental clinic in it. But the high-end chain boutique for own brand designer watches, also featuring fine jewelry and leather goods. The amenities, there's a restroom. But the halfway house is located in the Omega. Oh man. And of course, 6 years ago, and then a response, 4 years later. It's like a unique organization of its kind. Employees of the organization do very difficult and very important work. They return people who have stumbled to normal life. Real professionals, excellent conditions for participants, food, life, leisure. The only thing that is needed from the participant is the desire to cope with his misfortune. Contact us, you won't regret it. Oh boy. Yeah, you will. But yeah, Russia, I can't. Well, maybe I can. Never mind. See, this is why some countries. So I lied. I've been around the world too many times, but some countries I can't. Like in Africa, I can't go down. Just some of them. Not where Port Elizabeth is and everything, but kind of like you. See, now I don't want to be wrong again. But there's another one that I cannot walk around. Mongolia doesn't have any. These are mountains actually too, but like I can't imagine. China definitely would not be a place, but they do have an ABC mouse location. But China would not tolerate any sort of high control group. I have not seen any in Vietnam. In South Korea, they do have an org, but nothing else. Japan has a few, and one in the ocean. I do not understand their ocean pins, but where Scientology wants to pin themselves, I'll pin them there too. Wherever they want to go, right? Surprised they're in Nepal, a Narconon. And volunteer office. So they're basically like the front ropes. If they have gone into a country. I know the free zone was so good at where they sent out the first establishments of Scientology, of where they introduced back in the 1950s, 60s, 70s. They are very public where they've gone. Of course, if there's a natural disaster, you get the volunteers like in Haiti. So we do have one in Haiti. Oh yeah, that's where I found the cruise terminal where the free runs docks pretty much stays at. That's their dry dock and everything. None in Cuba. I can't imagine them even being in. The United States is pretty in the middle, nothing. But I bet you anything there's applied scholastics over there. Yeah, none in Newfoundland. Of course, we have a mission in part of Canada, way over on this side. I have a lot of closed entities where they've tried several different times in a city. and have failed and moved on. So, but a lot of Brazil, but they're making their way into infiltrate, especially in Colombia, of their police force, about the ways to happiness. I have pictures of them actually doing a course as a whole unit of a military force. Yeah, Narconon Colombia is LGBTQ plus friendly. I also have like a lot of women owned that they promote. It's it's very slimy, but yeah, I mean, where else are they gonna be able to try to go? But the countries that they haven't yet, which is South America, more into Africa. I really think they can't go much further into Afghanistan and Pakistan, even though they do have. This is the other thing. Youth for Human Rights is one of the last things that I researched before I said stop pitting and just start writing and start getting this out there, and then I could further research it. Youth for Human Rights kind of is convoluted with the actual human rights government in several different countries. So I have to specifically look for the logo, and that's going to be a task. But of course, these countries do not believe in women's rights, or most of them at least. Not because they think certain parts of their country are holy. So it's Scientology has an uphill battle because they have burned so many bridges. And I still can't believe, well, I kind of can with the corruption of city council members or higher ups just trying to push the agenda down the road of where to go. China doesn't want no. China doesn't want any high control group whatsoever. Uh, nope, they're not dealing with you. What is that in northern New Mexico? Oh, northern New Mexico. I don't know if you noticed. Oh, no. Don't go. Wait. I almost left you guys. That would have been bad. Let me go ahead. New Mexico. So in New Mexico, northern New Mexico, you said? We have a Dianetics. We have the org. And we have, it was the org or a mission, and it's closed. But out in the middle of nowhere is the vault. Where'd you go? And the airport. So, this link and everything is included in this specific pen. So we got the airport, we got the road, and then we got ET phone home that I call it. this is the, they have to have this. They cannot delete this information because you are an airplane. So San Miguel Ranch Airport has the coordinates, and it has the elevation, has airport operations. It's for private use. Permission required prior to landing. Good luck if you need to make an emergency landing, but whatever. Of course, March 1991 was activation. There's no control tower. Of course, attendance is continuous. You know, someone's up there. Someone has been left to watch from a mountain, I guess. There's a wind indicator. I do not know what a segmented circle, but I guess it has something to do. You know, there's the photo. Runway information has the dimensions, traffic pattern. The obstructions are trees. And then ownership. So it's privately owned. Here's the P.O. box. And the manager is actually at, oh my gosh, it just blanked. It's Author Services building in LA. And that makes sense because Author Services is controls the money, also controls, well, it doesn't control the money, but for-profit entities, and you know, all the books and things that they get profit off of. So it makes sense. They're controlling the vaults. They are, in control of the CST, the spiritual technology. So goes in with the sunrise and sunset. What's pretty cool is someone gave me information on how to track the Hi, Rika. Yep. Hi, Rika. So, for a second, I thought I really did close this out, and I was talking to myself for a while. But the free runs ship and how to watch where the destinations are for cruise ships and everything, and how busy it is. I am shocked with how many ships there are in the ocean. Seems like a lot of traffic. And, follow where they are at and their home, everything. So, all this information is pretty cool. But yeah, no, I've been, I don't know which one you are, if you're Abraham or Sandy, but I thank Abraham for helping me try to figure out the Church of Scientology and then everything else that falls into place, because I didn't know how to organize even the spreadsheets. And that's the other thing that took me so long, is pinning's easy for me and research is easy for me and fun, but it's the hard work is in the spreadsheets and actually making sense of this organization board that's made up. And it doesn't make sense because you're going to rename it anyways, or you named it this, but it really belongs to this this category. You're all the same to me, but whatever. But I wanted to make it Scientology friendly, and so that way they can look at it and see for themselves what is considered expansion. So, and Clearwater is a hot mess. Oh my gosh. So many entities, blocks of streets that I'm like, ooh. So, yeah. Just, I mean, this I probably was like one of the first, you know, cards, especially Taiwan. Just keep going, right? So to put it all in the spreadsheet, I'm just like, oh, I remember you. But yep, Dianetics has its own website. So the Dianetics entities are not, they they try not to affiliate it with the Scientology.org website. But what's interesting is that for the United States, all entities are one and the same. It even states in their IRS agreement. So pretend all you want. There's also entities that still claim to be New Age medicine or medical clinic. So they're still playing the same game, but in a different country. They never learn. So I'm just so thankful from the West Coast to the East Coast of the United States. Powerhouses in this that have a lot of subscribers are watching what has been happening behind the scenes, and impactful. That, I mean, 20 billboards all at once. It's like, it's a game of chess. Just wait. The masters are coming out, and I'm really hoping, it's just life keeps getting in the way. This is the least stressful in my life. The least. Everything else, especially that one, this dog. Is like a toddler, and you have to keep her busy. I have more holes in my backyard. I'm like, where are you digging? Where are you going? You got a ball? You got a ball? Yeah, you pretty girl. So, figuring out these little rabbit holes and what's going on and where it is, and actually lining up with the pictures and loading it up to this map and doing all the spreadsheet and making sure, hey, if you have a website, if you don't have a website, it's like, you know what, it's not going to be perfect, but with other people knowing about it and knowing certain entities or how the building was bought, I can put, of course, add that to the details, which are any articles, news articles. Yeah, it's pretty intense, a lot of information all at once, and that's why it's been taking me so long. But I rather do this than real life. That's been stressful. So, yep. But yeah, that's what's going on, guys. I'm just, plugging away. You guys want to see anything else? Just let me know. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, and this pen, guys, this pen has moved a couple of times. It is in the ocean still. This place has a story behind it. It is actually not up here whatsoever. It's in Quebec. Let's see if I can find the real. So, one of the guys that does that ARC Services, which is a rehabilitation for drug rehabilitation, used to be a part of Narconon in Quebec. Both of these have closed. Yes, I did close it out. But the ARC Services, I found their website. I have a feeling it's this one. Yep. It's this place. Oh shoot. So it's an online recovery coaching service, addiction consultant service, substance misuse consultation, and substance use disorder assessment. But I of course found their website. So this is just LinkedIn. Let's see if I can find addiction referral and consultation. Okay, no, I'm not finding. Yeah, no, I'm not finding it. But it's on one of my cards. But they put their business in the ocean with no address. That's how I found them. But yeah, it's longtime Scientologists that from Narconon that instead of because Narconon is pretty much kicked out of all Canada, they've created their own little thing. Put that in South Colorado. Like way down here. That is a pen that they wanted to destroy. Wait a second. Ooh, I'm gonna find you. I have a feeling it's a closed one, but I'm not sure. Yep, it was on. This is what's so funny. On MapQuest, it's a Church of Scientology, Alamosa, Colorado. It's been closed. But they took away my pen because it probably did say Church of Scientology permanently closed. So yeah. I have a lot of closed on here. So, especially in California, a lot in California that has closed. So, and that's in my closed pile. It's this sucker is all closed entities, and I've already plugged in some that I came across going through. So, Scientology is not expanding. So, yep. Oh, what happened to my maps? Okay. So yeah, that's just a pen that they thought they could go. Nope, you don't have this pen. But I do. Is that what you meant by South Dakota or South Colorado? This is only a vault, so they don't have anything in Wyoming. Maybe Applied Scholastics, but this is the Sweeney Ranch. I get to it. Oh, here it is. Yeah. The abandoned property that Scientology has had a lot of stuff going on. So, but never really built. This one? Power, which one? Power, do you mean Sweeney Ranch? This one? Or no, the one in South Central? Oh. Okay. Idaho, Nevada, Utah. Oh, this one? That one at the very bottom. that used to have a Scientology building. They're closed, but I still have the pin to show that it is closed. On other, for some reason, my pins will be erased. But when I put in the address, and this is why I already talked to Scientology through YouTube. Guys, I'm way ahead of you. I have a card for it. But also, all I need to do is put the address, whether or not you have it on the building. I can walk around and put the address in and just put Scientology behind it, and it will pop up of what it was. So, even in 7cups.com, apparently it's dedicated to spiritual growth and community upliftment. And what it is now, but Scientology will close out any websites that have closed. So, but there's other places that have the address connected to Scientology. So even if you erase my my pen or the entity, I still have tracked it and had it. I used to have it in 3 different places. It is Alamosa, Colorado. Here. Oh my gosh. This is why I did not type for the longest time. But yeah, no, I used to have it in Google Docs. I stopped doing that because I know I need to do sheets. So I'm in that entity. I'm doing. Did you see Power? This huge pile is all closed. All closed entities. So I know Aaron said that in Michigan there's not many, and he mentioned Ann Arbor org. That's closed. That org has been closed since they opened up the Ideal Org of Detroit just a couple years ago. So I've been trolling every building. Let's just say, past, present, future. I've been on this, and that's why I'm like, Scientology. You're fixing it and trying to make it pretty. You're adding things or deleting things, whether you're putting it back in the ocean, not in the ocean. Everything's going to be found out what you're doing. And yep, closing one and opening another is not expansion. Having a chain, and here's one, and here's one on the other side of town, is expansion. But they can't do that. So, yep, I've been doing a lot. So, but yep, none in Arkansas. Like I said, they could have applied scholastics. That is an insane rabbit hole that I started, and I was like, so I have some applied scholastics. schools. See, all these are not just open. A lot of these are closed. Just pick one. Oh, yep, this is a Da Vinci Academy. So I also have hold on. See, this is what they did to me. Oh boy. This is, I believe, well, okay. That's another deleted one that I'll just go ahead and I did not take it with me. Okay. Oh. Um. Ooh. I bet it's in one of my cards. But I'm not finding it. Oh, that's Sterling. That's Sterling Practice Management. So, which is weird because this is not. See, this is why I go on my hunt. Because I've seen this Sterling Management building, and it's huge. But that's the address. Because I got. There you go. Share this. So, this is the address. And this is why the pen disappeared, guys. This is their new building, but they were at 22. You know what I mean? That address. That's part of my deep, deep dive. Yep. South Carolina. Hi, No Face. Hi, Tracy. Okay, where the first books were. Oh, really, Power? South Carolina? I don't think so. Let's see. No. So, none in South Carolina, a couple in North. But that's closed. That mission is closed. And this is closed. So, no, none in even North Carolina. They're closed. Atlanta, of course, has their giant org, but that's it. They don't even have a mission. This is a independent, so that's why they have the I before the Scientology. So that's the only other one in Atlanta, and it's like right on the edge. So Tupelo Baptist. Yeah. Like I said before, Scholastics has infiltrated so many different study programs or to help your child if they're struggling. And that is a beast I have not conquered yet. But it is something that I would love for information, like if you search an area of the world or in your area or whatever. But there's a huge list on the Applied Scholastics website if you go to it, but you put in an area and then you put in another area, other things will pop up. So there's a lot of private tutors. So other Scientologists that live in different areas and just either fly to go get services or they fly out because they're big OT whatevers. So yeah, no, there's a lot of information of where they've been, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface, even though this is huge. But they're just starting to pop up in in South America. Like they just opened a couple of others, but they're immediately opening up ideals before even anything. So, especially in Mexico, like oh my gosh, this makes my head hurt because so this address is not this address. What's funny is that they later put permanently closed. The thing is that it's not quite called the National Church of Scientology. It's just a label because it is in a historic building. But this over here is the address. So why are you over here at all? Don't know. But on their website for this, it did say, I don't know if it says it now, but the national, oh, that doesn't even go to that website anymore. This is what I'm saying. They cleaned up. You see, here it says the National Church. So it's not closed technically. It's just it should never have been up here, because that's not even the address. These are historical sites. Of course, they buy the building that's historical, and then this metal fabricator is inside the building that Scientology owns. So I don't know. I'll follow you. I'll figure it out. But each one of these pretty much has a subtitle to it, and then something to say which category. So they've really cleaned up since I started and exposed what I'm doing. So yeah, it's been weird, guys. Especially in Clearwater. Clearwater is definitely a pin war. They do not want me pinning any of the buildings. Whatever. But yep. Anything else, guys? If you think of something, email me at compassjourney2020 at gmail.com. I keep forgetting, people say my email doesn't work because I haven't said it right. But if you want to see something or any information on a specific entity or location, I'll be happy to do that. I know one person was looking for body routers. My thing is that anywhere they have an org, mission, any location, or they live in that area, they're disseminating. They are out in the neighborhood or standing on a corner. What Sacramento org does to not look like a cult, they take literally 5 minutes, handful of things, and just walk around, and there's a bus stop right in front now that they just pass it out and then quickly go back in. And that's before people were even coming. They just are too close to the Capitol to be like, you're bothering people. So they really keep to themselves in Sacramento. They're helping people. They're not, people can come to them, and they're sustainable because there's a lot of money coming in with real estate and everything in Sacramento. So, yep, if you're just looking for a body router, check around an area where they would get a quota, stat, and they need to make it because, yep, they need to be upset. So I'm going to head out, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that building's gone in Slovakia, but it's there. And it's just a Dianetica, but Dianetics. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great one.